Greetings, YouTube. Happy Friday, and most importantly, for the sake of this crystal opening commentary, welcome to Robin's birthday crystal opening. Now, he submitted several videos, but I have skipped ahead. As you can see, this first one was a bunch of Grandmasters, which are code for 3 stars and maybe a 4-star. I think I got a 4-star Gwen pull. So Robin didn't mean to completely ignore this, but you know, when you do crystal opening commentaries, you want to balance honoring the summoner with not wasting the viewer's time. And so we are going to actually start at this video. I will say this is using Google Drive, and I downloaded the Google app, the Google Drive app, I should say, in order to maximize my ability to commentate this with the best possible uncondensed, uncompressed quality. And so far, I have been very impressed with how the app has not completely pixelated these openings, because you know it's hit or miss, especially when you submit something online or Twitter. All right, first 5-star for the birthday. Come on, come back here, Stark Spidey. And Sunspot would be an amazing start to the birthday. And golly, if you can hear the jealousy in my voice, it's because I am currently 0 for 48 on attempts to get Sunspot, and yet here we have on the very first crystal, lucky number 13, I suppose, of this birthday opening, he lands on his first ever Sunspot. It'd be one thing if he already had him and had him awakened and maybe duped, but to get him for the first time, I am so excited to get that champion eventually, and the keyword, of course, is eventually. Heimdall gets rolled over to start with back-to-back God tier / beyond God tier champs, and to have them be the first 2 crystals. You know, I would hope in a batch of 13 you get at least 2 God tiers or beyond God tiers, but we have done opening commentaries recently where you have a batch of 10 that gets 5, then a batch of 10 that gets 0, so you just never know what's going to happen. And this opening, we know you're starting out amazing, and Stark Spidey would have been the 3rd in a row. I like OG Hulk. Used to be the best Hulk. Now, not even close. But at the same time, still a solid champion. And I wouldn't feel like that was a bad miss at all. Okay, we are now 4 crystals in. And I just have to say those first 2 are still just making me have my jaw drop. And when my jaw drops, it's not so civil. And this warrior likes to differ on his own placement in this opening. I think Civil Warrior's fine. Definitely deserves a buff. Maybe he'll be one of those champions that Kabam decides to buff, since they are now committed to 2 per month in their latest announcement. But, you know, I'll believe it when I see it. Wasp, that would not sting me nearly as much as some other pools, but Human Torch would have been preferred, and he was 1 over. But hey, if you don't have Wasp, and you especially have Ghost, you just really helped yourself with the Ghost gameplay. No idea if that's you or not, though, Robin. No idea. All right, here we go. Another 5-star crystal. And he's up to the task because he's a master of disappointment. I just don't like Taskmaster. But this is me being ignorant and me openly saying I don't know how to use him and I don't care to learn. Might sound like I'm being negative Nancy again, and maybe I am. But I just like a lot of other skill champs better, but I respect people who love him. Void would have been amazing, but hey, Captain Marvel movie is as well. That is the 3rd Beyond God tier champion. When you pair her with your newly acquired Nick Fury, boy, you're going to love that birthday synergy. This is a fantastic birthday crystal opening. I am so happy for Robin. You are Robin that RNG, quite literally. This is with 6 crystals left. All of this is literally cake. And did you get back-to-back Captain Marvel movies? I have never seen that before. I'm sorry, headphone users, but crystal opening commentaries deserve excitement when you have historic moments, and this birthday opening is officially insane. The odds of landing on any champion, even the aforementioned and afro-open Civil Warrior back-to-back, are almost impossible. But to get her in back-to-back crystals is unbelievable. And then when you pair that with the fact that you got Nick Fury for the first time as well, there aren't enough excited words to describe this opening. An Archangel now pops up? What? All right, is this a first-time Platinum Star, or is this actually a champion that you had awakened already? It is awakened, and it looks like you threw some Sig stones into him. Don't blame you. So that was a significant dupe. Get what I'm doing there? A little birthday pun for you. A little icing on that birthday cake of puns. Sprinkles on top. Funfetti. All right, here we go. 4 crystals left. And Human Torch now comes? Give me a freaking break on this crystal opening. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of this crystal opening. Who needs a Kit Kat bar when you've got this birthday crystal opening? I am stunned. And I thought that I'd done enough of these to where I had stun immunity. 3 left. Happy birthday, Robin. Let's wish him a happy birthday right now as we all jealously think about if this opening was ours. Sunspot, you've been an afterthought in this amazing greatness. Another solid reel. Thing or Morningstar. Morningstar is one of my favorite champions, and I have been wrong about a lot of things in my 3 years in Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube, but my underratedness of Morningstar is at the very top of laughably underratedly terrible predictions by your boy, Prof. Hoff. If I woke up with egg on my face that day, we knew why. Okay, Yellow Jacket is kind of the first troll rollover of this opening. You don't have Yellow Jacket before. This champion is okay as a defender, but I would prefer that there is a little bit more utility involved with Yellow Jacket, and I do hope that that is one of the champions Kabam chooses to buff. He's not at the top of the list of champions that need to be buffed, but he certainly is somewhere on the list. And Blade, ending with Blade? You've got to be kidding me. Talk about this birthday opening being cut above the rest, quite literally. And that is a Awakening Gem of Blade, now with a natural awakening. We got Sunspot. We got Captain Marvel movie in back-to-back openings. We got Nick Fury, Archangel, Human Torch, and Blade. Half of the champions of that 5-star, half, maybe even more than half technically, were God tier to beyond God tier. You seriously cannot make that up. And now we've got 3 featured 5-stars to transition to. I am so happy for you. I have commentated some birthday openings where it was like Kabam knew it was the birthday, and so they just wanted them to get depression for their birthday. This is the opposite. This is elation. And I'm sure these crystals are going to be trash because most of the champions in them are trash, Elektra being one of them. And not that Elektra, deserves to be at the bottom of the list of skill champs, but she's just fallen behind in terms of overall playability and utility versus so many of the champions in her class, including somebody you just opened, Mr. Nicholas Fury. All right, what a strange trophy champ this is. He's a doctor of disappointment after patch 12.0, but we're hopeful that he can return to some of his greatness as somebody like Magneto is finally supposed to as well, according to Kabam's announcement. Wow, a birthday crystal opening fit for the gods, or god tier champs specifically, and ending with an inferior Iron Man. That was one of the ugliest reels you'll see. Red Skull, inferior Iron Man, or Groot. This guy, Kabam, was so lazy when it came to inferior Iron Man and OG Iron Man that they even are basically the same champion. So, very disappointing in that regard. Okay, so I do believe that the crystal we just looked at, maybe, is potentially opened here. But we also have a Nightmare crystal, where the top champs are Doom and Guillotine 2099. Man, this openings make me choke up. I'm so emotional. Venom the Duck's in here too. A 30% chance. This is the best incursion crystal, without a doubt. What's up, Guillotine? Come on back. Come on back, Dr. Doom. And Venom the Duck would have been amazing. You rolled over him a couple times to get Korg. And Korg is fine. Definitely much better awakened for defense. And he is now awakened. He's got those thorns. And rock hard thorns always sounds like an internet phrase. All right. Let me be clear. I have not watched this. But given the 5-star basic insanity of drop rate luck, you would imagine this is going to be a pretty average champion. It is so rare for a 5-star and 6-star opening to have that high of luck, especially with only one crystal. But if there can be somebody to prove me wrong on the birthday, it'd be this guy. Okay, Old Man Logan is not Cole Obsidian, but there are a lot of you out there, especially with incursions, and we did a video on that, who talk about Old Man Logan has so much utility now in the game. I just wish that they could have doubled his previous meta's regen and made it permanent to where you get like 60 to 70 regen, sort of like Dr. Voodoo at the beginning of the fight, but permanently throughout the fight. That would have been my preference for him. But let's be real. This birthday opening was freaking insane. I don't know if you're allergic to pistachios, my friend, but this opening was officially nuts. Have a great rest of your Friday, YouTube. And Robin, great rest of your birthday week. This was one of my favorite commentaries ever, and I've done over 100 of these now, so that is really saying something.